said, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword.
All right, everybody. Oh, well, we got some things to fix. Don't worry, it should be popping in soon. It's doing the auto detection for the full screen, so give it a sec. Hello, everyone. So we have something special today. It's loading up at the moment, but we have a dragon game, which is always exciting. Hello, Code and Assembly. Good to see you. All right, let's see if it actually pops up. The game's finally started loading, so should just pop up if the auto detection. There it goes.
The sullen phoenix has fallen.
All right, so it's gonna drop us straight into a fucking text crawl. Let's try and see if we can actually piece this together. Okay, so Arwen the Sullen Phoenix is falling, betrayed by her closest ally. Their bond is shattered. Even in death, she refused to vanquish. Their final breath, she scattered her fragments of her soul across the continent.
Stand against the coming dawn.
Okay.
You carry one of those fragments. A spark.
So evil goddess lady kills other maybe good goddess lady, and now we're standing against this like paladin order, I guess.
Endless war and suffering.
God, I have no idea what's going on. Don't you love it when there's just a text spiel? I feel the same way about with you know, in Blood and Dragons or whatever, that series. It feels the same way. It's just a lot to drop on people all at once.
Capture the Lifebreaker.
Okay.
An elder dragon of unimaginable power.
So we're trying to capture an elder dragon because its power may turn the tide for us.
You are a warrior of the Boundless Order.
Okay.
Dragonhold now risks.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're a dragon rider. We need to tame and bind the power of an elder dragon to help us defeat a goddess who betrayed another goddess, who we now carry a fragment of the soul of that goddess. I think I can follow that. So this is a weird one, actually. Alright, first off, what the hell is this? This is a extraction RPG. Basically, it's an extraction shooter, but the gameplay is not shooting. It's instead like, you know, action RPG stuff like you would see in like a Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, or Dark Souls style game, but also with dragon combat, which is a very weird and interesting mix of stuff, and I'm excited to see where this goes. So let's get started. Alright, so we have a sorcerer, a knight, and a rogue. Basic class structure. We're gonna go with sorcerer because, you know, I gotta have my magic.
I'm afraid your friends didn't make it.
Oh god, that text is hard to read. One second, I'm gonna go to audio. Do we have subtitle options? Dear gods, no. Video maybe? Oh, are there really no text control? Oof, that's gonna be annoying. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with this font. This tiny Straight-O-Vision font. We're at Azat's Lair.
It's not too late to turn back, but the Order needs you.
Okay. I mean, at least it's just dropping us right into the game, right? Hold E to open door. I will say, I do like doors that do the whole sliding off to the side thing. I don't know what it is about that. It's like, you know when you see like a coin fit perfectly into like a little coin slot and it kind of just chinks down? There's some kind of like dopamine hit you get from that.
Who are you?
I'm Figs. Please.
Hey there, so what's the deal?
Please.
So it's a dragon extraction RPG. Oh my god, that's some janky ass texture. Wait, was it supposed to like be floating above his hand?
In the Lifebreaker's mountain. He'll eat you alive.
Was that potion? I think that potion was supposed to be floating around his hand, above his hand, but it was kind of like no clipping inside it.
You're a different story.
What was
he
that?
may decide to eat you.
Oh god, we're gonna be playing some jank. For reference, this had very mixed reviews on Steam.
Figs help.
Why am I
Focus
sensing
her power
Draken?
within you. Should protect you if things get dire.
Okay. They're just dropping
Now
all this
come.
on us.
See the shot?
Present. Hello,
Maybe
Arthur
find
McFinn.
it.
It's been nice having you in the Discord channel. I'm really glad. We're playing a dragon extraction shooter, and already we're seeing some janky animations and texture clipping. Model clipping, I guess. Not texture clipping, technically. It would be model clipping, because it's like a model that was supposed to be floating. Alright. Oh, actually, we'll go ahead and use controller, I think. Here, let's go ahead and pop in a controller and see if this works. Alright. Can we... Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we've got fire. This feels a bit MOBA-y, but, well, we'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. Okay, I've been trained Dragon Energy. Once you've soulbound your first dragon, you'll need energy to activate and maintain their tether to this realm. When you defeat an enemy, you gain energy that can rekindle your dragon soul and maintain it for a time. Energy will be used as long as your dragon is active. It will need to be replenished by defeating more foes. God, does that annoying thing where it like makes you... Oh god, this is already feeling a bit MMO-y, not gonna lie. But it does seem to be actually like real-time combat, not like that weird turn-based stuff. We don't want to call it turn-based thing that Okay. Can I like cast a spell? Okay, wait, I'm in melee mode. Okay, there. What the hell? Today I am multitasking. I'm finishing Daytona Championships and checking on other games. Other dragon games. Yeah, I've been enjoying going after, like, new dragon games. Melee combat seems really cool. Yeah, the animations do seem nice. The enemies are a bit disappointing. They're not, like, attacking me. They're doing that thing from, like, back in the day, right? Where you'd have enemies just, like, standing and waiting for one person to attack. I'm also not a huge fan of... Wow, that sound effect is loud. One second, I'm gonna change... Oh my god, no! Okay, this game is clearly not meant for controller. Like, it says you can use controller, but I'm not gonna play that in controller. That just seems weird. Let's put sound effects down, because those sound effects are a bit loud. Oh, nope. We have to... There we go. Okay, that should deal with that, like, loud chinging sound effect. I don't need all that. Alright, let's do this with mouse and keyboard. I think Rox called it tree-chopping combat. Yeah, tree-chopping combat, when there's, like, no threat of actually being ambushed. It's one of the things I liked about Beast of Reincarnation, right? Because, like, I had that fight with those robots and the archers on, like, the... You know, archers on the ledges, one behind the others, several warriors. And if you just run at them, you know, you'll get utterly shredded by the arrows without being able to actually fight the enemies. This just feels very tree-choppery, though. Blocking enemies. How do I dodge? Okay. Dodging is alt. That's a weird place to put that. It's not unheard of to make engaging combat tree chopping. Yeah, and I at least want to get to, like, riding my dragon, because if the dragon riding combat is fun, that could be, like, that could really make up for it, right? Like, a game can have boring, like, standard combat, but if its gimmick is fun, sometimes that can be enough to redeem a game. And also, it's just, like, it's a weird... I like the concept, right? I think an extraction shooter where you're a dragon rider who's building his own castle is pretty cool.
Change of pace. Come, little lamb, innocent and delicious. Come into the darkness.
I like a mage who can bonk. That'd be cool. We're a sorcerer who can bonk, which is nice. Alright, so let's keep going, I will say, this does feel like an MMO, and the thing that makes it feel like an MMO is the loot drops. The way they drop on the ground with, like, the little beam, and they're all highlighted, and you have to pick each one up like that, it feels very much like I remember from, like, World of Warcraft, where you, like, grab things. Trying to experiment with melee, though. Sell and discover with Dino Blade. Your turn to experiment. Okay. You know, these enemies really aren't that difficult. That might be a pain. Alright. I don't think I've gotten hit. I really don't think I've even gotten hit yet, aside from that earlier part where I was, like, really trying to... I will say the animations are smooth. The, like, melee and rolling animations are nice. It's pretty good for what is definitely a lower budget game. Your turn to sign. Okay, finally, we're having enemies actually fight while I'm fighting other enemies. Yes, come at me. Come at me. Gang up on me. Give me 2v1 fights. Come at me when I'm in the middle of fighting and mix up my rhythm. Give me some challenge. That's what I want to see. You can also shoot while jumping. You can also shoot your magic while jumping, which is definitely a fan. I'm always a fan of that. I've always found it really annoying how mages can't jump while casting a spell. Like, if a spell is just hand movements, concentration, and, you know, words, I feel like you should be able to jump a bit. Like, maybe not a ton. Maybe your movement is limited, or it, like, slows down the casting speed because you're trying to focus on jumping. Or maybe it has a chance of disrupting it if you're not practiced enough with the spell. But I do like it when a mage can be mobile while they're casting. Gives you a feel that this is like a person who's mastered their craft, right? Like a guy who can cast fireball while doing ninja flips is definitely a more dangerous guy than the one who has to stand still for 3 seconds to do it, right? I feel like that's like be a really cool upgrade for spellcasters in games. Is just being able to do more increasingly powerful movement options while you're casting.
Feel your fear.
Like, imagine going from having to literally stand still for 3 seconds to getting a casting reduction time to being able to do jumping or at least walking slowly to being able to run to being able to do like parkour while you're casting, which could really open it up, especially if you bound like certain types of magic. Like, you had to get good enough at that type of magic before you're allowed to do it. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I just thought that's actually a really cool idea. So like, if instead of like a magic system where like making it more powerful, you make magic hard to do at low levels. So like, if you don't know a spell, you can't do it. But if you just learned it, right, you have to stand still and do all the proper rituals. But if you're good at it, it becomes like a mage rope for Mage Ascension, and you can like flip around while casting. That would actually be a really cool progression system to like give you more mobility options while you're doing spells, or letting you chain spells together
There's
more
something
easily because you've just
clawing
gotten
at the
better.
back of your mind.
I didn't expect there to be more on foot combat. You get knocked off the dragon? Yeah, you can also like dive off your dragon too, apparently, while you're fighting bosses. It's gonna be a bit of a mixed combat. There's gonna be aerial combat and on ground combat, from what I understand. Which makes sense. A lot of Dragon Rider games are like the idea of fighting alongside a dragon and not just atop its back. This is a lot of just like going through pretty empty. Like, what is this house doing in a cave? Legitimately, what is this place? I guess the werewolf people need their own homes. Honestly, this is a very nice camp for a bunch of like wargs, essentially. Try to roll and jump and cancel stuff. Okay. I will say the houses are very bare bones, and they're definitely, the assets are a bit floaty, but I've done stuff like this, so it's no big deal.
Come for me like so many before you.
We do have a stamina meter for rolling, it looks like.
Boundless. What hope have you when your brand depends on my wings for its power? Your kind knows only dirt and maggots.
I will say this is a very arrogant dragon. I do like my arrogant dragons. Like, really nice good boy dragons are all well and good, but you know what? There was something really cool about Smaug, and we can all admit that. Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job with him in the Hobbit movie. I actually, like, I need to read the Lord of the Rings books. I've read The Hobbit now. I had it for a long time, but I had watched the Hobbit movie. The Hobbit movie is pretty boring, but oh my god, Smaug is so entertaining. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch brings that character to life. The effects and everything about it are phenomenal. Although I do just like Smaug as a dragon. I think he fits that, arrogant, hoarding dragon archetype extremely well. To be fair, he is based on Fafnir, and aside from Fafnir, he is basically like one of the 3 archetypical, dragons that birthed that archetype. I try and roll cancel. Limited Souls combat combined with rich DMC, Ninja Gaiden made me push combat systems to the limits and try stuff in general. Yeah. Fun fact, by the way, Tolkien only believed there were 2 real dragons, quote unquote, in mythology, from what I understand. I'd have to read over stuff, but if I remember correctly, he actually had very specific ideas what he classified as a dragon. And he classified 2. To him, a dragon had to have narrative weight as well as be an intimidating presence. And follow, like, the typical dragon formula, right? A big lizard thing with potentially wings. And for him, only Fafnir from the Ring Cycle and the Beowulf dragon were, quote unquote, proper dragons. And everything else was just, the Lindworm. Is that really a dragon? Oh, I'm jumping. You are weak, man. You're supposed to be the Elder Dragon. We need to turn the tides of this war. Alright. Oh, that did like no damage. Jeez. Okay. Let's go. It's time to stance switching. I don't know if you can stance switch. Oh, there is a fireball attack. Oh, there we go. There's not really stance switch. Oh, right. I can like undo my I can remove my what was it? Oh god, I did it on the controller originally. How do I switch weapons? 1 second. Let me check here. Controllers, switching weapon. I think that literally just like turns me to my alright, key bindings, switch weapon. Cycle weapons is T. I don't know how to switch to my melee, my hands again. Whoa. I did it on controller, but I'm not sure how to do it here. Uh-oh. I mean, this is a pretty basic dragon fight. I'm hoping it'll be more entertaining once we get him on our side, right? We're here to, like, bind him, imprison him. Although I am, like, a level 1 scrub. It feels weird to beat this dragon in open combat like this. Alright. And down he goes. Not so long ago, I was messing around with the Legend of Skyrim combat. It's bare bones and a little janky, but it's got potential to it.
Worthy
Yeah.
prey, after all, it would seem.
I don't really feel
Not in the
that
prison of
epic
my
for
soul,
taking him
your
down,
trinket.
gotta say.
Kill me
Like-
and be done with it, Boundless. Let me die with dignity.
I do like that line. Let me die with dignity. Yeah, sorry, that's not happening apparently. We need to go slay a knockoff goddess, so...
Much to ask a worm.
So we are binding a dragon's soul inside an amulet. Honestly, not the first time I've seen that. It's definitely not like the 10th time, right? It's like the second or third. But I have seen a dragon soul bound in an amulet before. Ooh, we get to select our dragon. Okay, cool. So we have the Raider. These are fast and devious. So we have basically a rogue, warrior, and mage archetype for our dragon. Obviously, we're going to go with the Kazervin, the striker who uses magic to overcome their foes. They're an excellent balance of speed and power. Yes, mages would make for great ninjas and assassins of all kinds.
Dragonhold's in ruins, but the Boundless are still fighting. We may still have a chance.
This game is very basic, I will say. But it's actually, I like the premise.
Oh, no.
And I think it has potential.
Edward Eye has unearthed the god machines.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Why is there sci-fi, why are there sci-fi, like, drones? What? Okay, never mind, this might be getting a little weird. Is this Doom? This feels like Doom Eternal, actually, all of a sudden.
Use your magical boost to move faster.
What the? I'm so confused. But they must always... Mages would make for great ninja assassins of all kinds, but they must always be nerds.
We need to control the air. Try to thin out those darts.
Okay, we need to, like, deal with the fucking magic craft. Okay, I do like my flight combat. This is actually... You know what? This is actually pretty good dragon combat. I'm not gonna lie. I was worried that this was gonna be, like, kind of suck or be, like, really tacked on. But this is where they put the effort. Like, look at this. This is where they put their effort. Right here. Oh, we got a flying breath. Oh, that's nice. This just feels good, actually. If the entire game is about this, I'm gonna be on board. Finally, sci-fi with my fantasy, just like Might and Magic and Wizardry series. I don't mind there being sci-fi necessarily. I'm just wondering where the hell the sci-fi came from. This feels like Immortals of Avenum. Immortals of Avenum. Come on, gotcha.
Those sanctums are leveling Dragonhold. Get on board and
Bring them down. Oh, look at this big battle scene with like the little drones, smaller, more elite vessels. We can have damage the Sky Wardens help out. I actually am I think this is pretty damn good dragon combat. Okay, so we can transform between warrior and dragon with the R button. So I guess we can like reseal the dragon in the soul. That's magic modern shooter, but not boomer shooter. This is feeling a bit Doom Eternally, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, get away from the beam. Oh shit. Oh boy. Whoa. God. There we go. Got him. This, you know what? It's janky and a little rough around the edges, but I am enjoying this a lot. That flight combat really did elevate it for me. Honestly, if the game is a lot like that, I'm gonna have a lot more fun. Because the flight combat was some of the best. Like, there's not like a lot of really. Oh, and we can just immediately shift in our dragon form. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Look at us go. I am Fafnir, destroyer of worlds. Give me my fucking gold! Aha! Got him! There's certainly field experience. This is what Divinity 2 should have been, at least for what I'm seeing here now. Honestly, when for what I remember from the Divinity game I played, right, where you have like you're like a dragon in human form or whatever. You're not wrong. Full charge shot. Honestly, you know what this reminds you of? This reminds you of Star Fox Assault, weirdly enough. Like the charge shot, the flight combat. It honestly reminds you a lot of like a Star Fox game. In a good way. Got it. Okay.
The Order's taken down the other sanctum. We're still in.
Take down the Sky Wardens. This is what Divinity. Yeah, it really should. With goes to show how much identity Doom blurs. Yeah, but Doom also had like a very heavy metal version of this too. Yo, Star Fox Adventure asked game, but with Dragon. I guess got mascot. It's not Star Fox Adventures, because it's more Star Fox Assault. Star Fox Assault had ground-based combat and flight combat. It did both of them. In fact, the multiplayer max would even allow you to hop into R-Wings and shoot people on the ground, or like get a landmaster. It really mixed up the combat, which I feel like what this is going to do. There were even some levels where you had like flight mode and like on ground mode, so you could hop out of your R-Wing and go battle people in buildings, and then go back into the R-Wing and deal with like turrets and stuff. It usually was like either ground or flight, but they had several levels where they mixed and matched it, which was really fun. Maybe I confuse them. Yeah, Adventures was the RPG-ish one, which I guess this game is a bit like, right? But it was very much... Okay, so we gotta, like, kind of navigate this as a warrior. Oh, we can just... Oh, we do a superhero landing. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. You know, I can see... I can definitely see why this has gotten mixed reviews. It's very janky, but man, is it fun. I'm having a good time. Let's go. Why am I... Alright. Guess another game to my backlog. Yeah, and also this apparently has multiplayer too. Because it's like an extraction shooter, right? It's an extraction shooter, but it's an RPG. That's like the gimmick. So we're gonna probably like build... Apparently from what I remember from the Steam page, after this, at some point we're gonna get access to like a new plot of land to build a new Dragonhold. And we're going to be going on missions to achieve objectives and gather resources as we build up our forces, right? Like, you know, Dragon Age Inquisition style, sort of. Oh, the other way, the other way. Oh, look at this shit! We can just nuke them with our This is exactly what I want. This makes me feel like a dragon rider right there. I encourage this unless AI has been used. I don't think AI has been used, but then again, it's hard to tell unless you're paying a lot of attention to the textures. I think this is mostly like a lot of Unreal Store assets, it feels like. Like a lot of these houses feel like they're pre-made assets that they got off the Unreal Store or something. Which I don't mind. That's like fine. As long as they're used well, and I think they're used decently well. All right, we got this, got this. The enemy AI does... I will say the ground enemy AI leaves a bit to be desired. Google says it doesn't have AI generating content. Good to hear. Steam is also pretty good about labeling those too, I find. Like, that's in their policies. Alright, maybe I should, like... How do I check my, Okay, here we go. Abilities. I think I've leveled up at least once or twice. Can I... Alright, I can't do any leveling up yet. So, we're gonna back up. And... Really looks fun, but you gotta be, the party pooper here. Do you think it will still be fun after 5 to 10 hours? That is the question that I shall be answering. Also, will it be fun as a solo player? Because there are games that are, like, not balanced for solo, right? Because this is an extraction shooter. It's designed for, like, multiplayer to an extent. And I am a bit worried that when I start getting into the, like, regular missions, I'm not going to be doing as well. Alright, we got more survivors we gotta go save. It's boring, you can always mess around with combat, yeah. Alright, we gotta go heal more of the survivors. Where's the next one? Okay, over there. I do like how clean that dragon shift is. That just feels good to use. And honestly, I think this game wins points for me just for doing that one thing well. There are games I have played that I might actually loathe. But if they do one particular thing well that another game doesn't have, I will at the very least spotlight them as something other games should see and should take notes on. And any game that does dragon combat in the future should take notes from this game. I might be a bit premature there, but I think that it's genuinely the truth. If you want to do a Dragon Rider game, this level of hopping on your dragon and going around and blasting people with magic is exactly the kind of thing. Look at that. That's just cool. That just feels good to play. Also, yes, just let me hop in the dragon whenever I feel like it. Don't do this zone locking bullshit. Okay. Monk lady, I guess? Oh! Giant demon lady. Oh, is she the goddess who killed our, like, previous incarnation? The drilling. Okay, I realized something about... In boring in-bed games...
Oh, God.
Design philosophy is
Sister,
healthy.
what's
The
happened to
drilling.
you? Boundless. If Adra dies here, it may be too late to save Dragonhold.
Okay, so the goddess lady is here now. She's gonna wreck the shit. So we gotta get going. We have to go. Run! Run for the hills! The goddess is here and is about to wreck this place. Oh, can I fight her? Yeah, not... Oh!
We have to go, Boundless.
Oh, wow, she wrecks
Dragonhold
me.
has fallen.
My brothers are dying down there!
I won't let you die here.
Okay, so our patron goddess, Devil Trigger awakens. Yeah, she's a little OP. See, I think that's a good example of a good supposed to lose fight. Let me get some hits in and then let her just blast me to oblivion with her giant face laser. That works. And this is what's going to happen in Dragonhold, right? Dragonhold is now going to get obliterated by her forces, and we're going to have to rebuild it. That's our mission. That's our overall goal. Not sure why we need to explode, but sure. I will say the helmet my sorcerer is wearing does remind me a bit of Destiny, which is making me a bit wary.
Beacon. It wasn't just a place. It was an idea. And we won't let it perish.
Alright, we won't let it perish.
I brought you to the endless shores. Adradai's forces won't find you here.
And here is where we will rebuild.
Long ago, I hid dimensional anchors for Dragonhold all over the endless shores.
Alright.
Here is one such place. Head over to the altar and hold your amulet up to it.
So she basically scoped out secondary locations for Dragonhold to be, if it was ever like compromised or destroyed functionally. I like that. It's a clever idea. It's a clever reason to say like why there might be other people or other Boundless, right, going about doing it. Because she might have saved one or two of the other Boundless, and they're also about trying to restore Dragonhold, and we're all trying to rebuild it at different dimensional anchors. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. You set up a vague reason for co-op.
Learn an anchor stone. Bring it here to shift a portion of the castle back into a ball. When you do, Ancient
Oh, we're literally like
once lost
materializing an
will
ancient
reveal
vision that
themselves.
she had of the castle or something.
Some villagers
Cool.
loyal to the balance have prepared for your coming and set up a tent.
All right,
You
all
can
right.
use this as a command center for now.
I mean, it's a
Head
pretty
over to the
paper thin
workbench
reason, but
near
I'm
the
cool with
tent,
it. Let's
and
go
you'll
for
see
it.
plans for a castle town.
So we're slowly going
You
to
can
build
make
up our
changes and
castle
direct
and the
workers
town
from
around
here.
it, and that'll help us get forces and resources and extra bonuses. And that also gives us a good reason to go out into the world and do stuff, right? We're going to be going to get supplies and magical relics to build up our forces and eventually take the fight to the evil goddess. Sounds like a plan. Let's check out what we got.
You'll need a forge to craft weapons.
Oh,
and
gods. Okay,
Build one now.
I'm going to be real. I know this is a bit premature, but when I saw this screen, I immediately thought mobile game. I immediately was like, oh god, it's a mobile game. I had I'm not gonna lie, I had immediate flashbacks to, like, Clash of Clans.
Hey, boss. We've got the forge operational. If we have the right
All right.
components... we can
Oh,
use it
dun
to
dun
craft
dun.
weapons,
Oh no, the
and any
ominous
other
warning
equipment
signs
we
have
may need.
appeared. We've got like
Head over
3
to the
different types of
workstation
resources
inside,
we're gonna need.
and you can check
Oh
out the
no.
various designs that
Oh
we
no,
can
no, no. This is not always a death nail. There are plenty of, like, Warcraft 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, and it has stuff like this. Like, it's not a guaranteed to be bad.
Inside
It's
you'll
just,
find a map of Geelong.
in the modern day,
In the
seeing
heart
that
set by
is
Calderon
Assassin's
and
Creed
the
Shadows.
New
I get it, but I'm also
You
getting
still
nice Empire
command a
Earth vibes
fierce
too.
dragon.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that's what I'm about to
the
say.
place find
Like,
allies
just
and
because they
resources.
have the building
When
resources
you're
does
ready
not
to
mean it's
fight,
bad. I've just
plot the
been
route on the
traumatized by all the
in
mobile
your
games.
hands now,
There are
boundless.
plenty of games, right,
Rebuild
that had
Dragonhold
resource systems like
and
that were
restore
perfectly
the
fine.
balance.
Warcraft 3 had systems that was basically the same one as that: lumber, stone, and money. You've had, yeah, get your millstones ready, boys. It's time to grind. Alright, so we have a starter quest, we have hard quest. So, we have the Endless Shores, that's where we are. Okay, so we can go, so let's go to Gillen, and we've got some simple orientation missions, and then we've got some hard quests. Let's start with the orientation missions so we can get an idea of what we're doing. They have skins to unlock, but I don't really care about those. We have our warriors and our dragons. We can switch between dragons. Oh no, we require an upgrade layer to do that, but we can do it. We'll eventually unlock the ability to switch between dragons as we see fit. That's kind of nice. Oh, we can even name our weapon. That's cool. I'm gonna name it Inferno Scepter. You know, I do like it when we're allowed to, like, name our weapons and items. I think that's just a nice touch. It's nice to let people do that. Is this the game has offline mode? Yes, it does have, just hear the game out, even though I feel the same. It does have an offline mode, apparently. I'm trying to figure out what I think if I go to start. Okay, add goals to your purse so you'll have some during quests, otherwise you'll start with no gold. Back to preparing. Oh, we can start with a bit of gold. And I imagine it's like an extraction mission, right? If we die with it, we lose our stuff. So you'll want to be careful when preparing for missions, because you could theoretically lose some of your items by dying. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. What about Septpire? Oh, see, that's good. That's good. Ah, Septpire. Think about it as good potential for a game in the Temporary Universe. Actually, yes. That would have amazing potential. Especially if you're doing it, like, in war, right? Where you're, like, a scouting regiment or something like that. Exploring, like, the North American continent or something. Maybe competing with Napoleon's, like, maybe Napoleon's forces or something like that. Oh, man, there's so many fun things you could do. Find the banner of your fallen brethren. A boundless died to protect this region in battles that seem long forgotten. To rebuild the order, you must recapture its history. Unlock your dragon by destroying enemies. Study the reach. Yeah, so we have like a meter for our dragon in these missions. We can't just change all that we want because we gotta fuel it with our own soul magic. So the gimmick is that we're gonna be doing stuff with this. Okay. So he's got some stuff we can buy. We've got like other weapons. Oh wow, some of these are expensive. Oh god, the grind is starting to show itself now. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna just leave this for now, and I'm gonna go try and find my objective while I kill enemies. So let's see how the first... You can tell stories to play with more open gameplay, its own progression, doubles down agency, something like Dirt Rally 2. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's not bad looking. It's not like the prettiest game ever, right? It's definitely giving me like 2010 vibes, but it's pretty nice. I think most of the... I think the important parts look good, right? My character design looks solid. I think I like the way they did the sorcerer. The weird glass helmet feels like some kind of arcane device used to focus my mental fortitude or something like that. Like that vibe. Alright. Shell Grunt. Forgot more of these werewolf guys. And we're slowly, every time we kill an enemy, we slowly build up soul magic, which we can use to summon our dragon. So we're going to need to kill enemies so we can get access to our dragon. And then once we have access to our full dragon power... Oh, and they have armor, too. Okay. Good to go, but at least let them share some weapon names so you can swipe. Alright. More items. Whoa. Hit them hard. Oh, yeah, I can just stun lock these assholes. Beautiful. Oh. Oh, he's not dead. Thought he was. Oh, we got crabs, people. We got crabs. Oh, that's so weird. These guys actually look like more realistic than a lot of crabs I see and stuff. Oh, they're so flat. I love it. Oh, looks like a scorpion crab. That's cool. Like that. Some of these enemy designs are actually looking pretty good. We got crabs. I know we've already got crabs. Actually, fun fact, by the way, there is indeed a World of Darkness crab book. All under the sea. There is horrifying stuff beneath the sea, for the Nafandi lurk in the darkest corners of our reality. Alright, we've got Dragon about halfway built up. What's around here? Let's look for landmarks. If this is a good if it's a good extraction shooter, right, I think we're going to be able to find... Because the whole thing is we're being dropped into an area to accomplish missions. So the area should have other stuff besides just the mission that we can, like, use to gather resources while we're here. So let's check out the environment, see what's around here. You know, really get into the world. I will say, I like the ancient ruins, although I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be if we're kind of there. Blood Dim Tides is another underwater WAD book. Not a lot of enemies around here. We're kind of like running alongside. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay, let's go across this bridge. Maybe there's a troll. Let's see. Blood Dim Tides is another underwater WAD book. I really do need to read some of them. The enemies do like spawn. I do like that they at least alert you when the enemies come in. I like the crabs are spawning in the water, and they're gonna come out and like hunt me down. Reminds me of Skyrim when you'd suddenly not be able to fast travel because a mud crab a few feet away decided it's gonna fight you to the death. It always weirded me out in Skyrim how like a mud crab noticing you sprints you from fast traveling, unless you have like that one perk that lets animals be non-hostile to you. All right, let's keep going. Oh, combat music's online. Where's it coming from? That was a piano sting, and I don't think anything seemed to happen. Weird. All right. Oh, we got this. We got this. Also, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna move this a little bit further down. A little bit further down. We're gonna get like, yeah, there we go. Right on top. Right on top. There we are. I gotta go. IGHE. Here we go. Weapon name: Skull Crusher, Bone Grinder, Rod of Perdition, Scepter of Nuhargul, Firestarter, Titan's Bane, and last but not least, the Almighty Bonk. Ah, yes, the Almighty Bonk. I believe I've heard of that one. Frederick, I believe, used that in our Baldur's Gate play. So me and my friends played through Baldur's Gate together, and Fred was going to be a Conjuration Wizard, but he ended up being Bonk Wizard. Because he found the club that gives you, like, good strength, and he would just use Enhanced Leap to move around the battlefield rather than, like, teleporting. Because it turns out he could just, like, leap around the battlefield with insane power. He was Muscle Wizard in its truest form, with mobility and everything. Okay, I'm not liking it something, like, a little bit higher level than me is able to just utterly destroy me. And, well... Oh, no. Oh, we've got Dragon unlocked. Okay. All right. Sorcerer for the win, baby. Gotta let our mana recharge a little bit. Oh, my. We're low on health. And... There we go. Got him. Oh, boy. Okay, we've got it all. And we've got Dragon Form unlocked now, which is nice. Let's heal. Got a little bit of health on there. Teleport Wizard, just several levels before I could learn to teleport. Triple jumping distance with level 1 ritual is very good. Combine that with the fact that your distance is increased by your strength, right? And it's just this insane bonus. I just blew up a random... I think I just blew up some enemies. Okay, let's get over to where we need to go. Let's go, baby! Oh, man, I love it when you unlock flight. I know that some games say you should really withhold that for a while because it makes you appreciate the area. But in a dragon game, right, you want to get that flight unlocked because damn does it make the game fun. Alright, let's get where we need to go. Superhero landing! Yes! Teleport myself behind you. Oh my way. Washinderu. I'm gonna see myself out. See you guys. Alright, it was nice seeing you, Arthur. Woof. Aha! Jump attack. Poking pokey. Whoa. No, no, no. No, Mr. Boar. I am Dragon Rider. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh, man. There is actually nothing more fun than being able to, like, say, hey, our enemy's getting my ass. I'm just gonna hop on my dragon's back and flame royal them from above. Damn. Oh, I'm ahead of time. So we can't leave yet, it looks like. Looks like we can't really leave yet. So I guess I'll just, like, kill some more enemies? Oh, what's this? An ancient alcove. To enter an alcove, destroy the magical seal with dragon fire, then 5 high and transform down. Okay. So then we need to, okay, we gotta do a superhero landing line. Nice. We found a secret. Okay. Oh, we got ghost enemies in here. Ow. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die, boy. Can I leave here? Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't want to get roasted. I'd like to at least get to the first mission without dying. If that's alright. Okay, screw it. With Unicorn, it's easy, but with Desert City Track, it's devious. Oh, shoot! We have enemies. It's not just easy. It's not all fun and games once you... Oh, shoot, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. How do I get heals? How much longer? Oh, we got 50 seconds. No! Respawn. Okay, we get respawns. Okay, so we're not, like, instantly lost. We do get some respawns. But we are gonna need to... deal with them. I thought I found the banner already. What the hell? Is that me? I think my corpse is still here. Wait, is that... Oh gods, I'm not real! I'm not real! I'm not real! I'm not real, everybody. I've been destroyed. I've been killed. Canonically, I am dead. Canonically, I am dead. Alright, let's try and hop on this seal real quick. That's right, so I'm gonna get right above it. Nope, not above it again. Alright. Nope, there we go. Gotta kind of position ourselves. Alright, then we get above it, so we have a bit of landing room, and boom! We unlock other seal. Let's hope the enemies in here aren't as tanky. An ogre. Oh my! Yeah, this game is gonna get annoying, I can already tell. Which is a shame, because the dragon combat is, like, so good, right? By the standards of video games, which unfortunately there aren't a ton of dragon games, right? So it's kind of winning partially by, like, default. You know, I will say this is kind of reminding me a bit of Dragon Quest. Not Dragon Quest. Dragon Age Inquisition. A lot of the combat is reminding me of Dragon Age Inquisition. Not the OG Dragon Ages, which are kind of like that real-time, but you can actually pause it to make it turn-based combat. It's definitely reminding me of, like, Inquisition's kind of combat. I didn't finish Dragon Age Inquisition, but I played a decent amount of it. I really do want to finish it at some point. It's just like, it drew me in by calling itself Dragon Age, right? And then there's just like not many dragons in it. Like, if you're gonna call yourself Dragon Age, I feel like you're obligated at that point to have a dragon as like a major part of the game. Just saying. Alright, we're killing this ogre now. Kind of annoyed Genshin claimed to go through Fey territory and they stopped at anthropomorphic... Oh, wait. They decided that anthropomorphic animals were all they were going to do? I thought they were doing some other stuff. I thought they just... That's it? That's the entire Fey? But Fey are so, like, varied as an enemy type. You can do so much with them. Like, Fey can be basically anything you can imagine as long as it's weird and quirky. You can have, like, weird, boggle-eyed serial killers. You could have, strange elven creatures. You could have these, like, eldritch gods watching from the woods. There's so much potential in the Fae as a concept. And you're just gonna not use it? That's weird. It's Genshin, what would you expect? I would expect a bit more, honestly, from Genshin. Not gonna lie. Like, come on, Genshin, you're not just a pretty face. You can do some, you can be other things. Pointed ear fairies, pointed ear dwarves as far as they're concerned. That's it? What a shame. What a shame. D&D, like, you can level a lot of things at D&D, but at the very least, D&D gives it a good college try. Where's the banner? I don't think do we get the banner? Let me see something here. Quest. Find banners of fallen bound. So we haven't found any yet, actually. Mission objective. 1 second. I could have sworn... Merchants, dungeons, fig huts. Okay. I could have sworn we got the banner already. We killed those things. I feel like we did get the banner. Oh yeah, it says banner found. So I guess we have done it. It's just not checked for some reason. You can, but that's not what they're being paid for. To be fair, he is right. They are kind of being paid for sexy anime girls. That is kind of what... Oh, sexy anime girls and Bishonen boys is kind of what they're being paid for. You know, more is that Flynn's original form is a lantern. They have a clear example of the weirdness of the Fae. Yeah, the Fae being weird is kind of like a cool way to make them different than just, like, you know, elves. Like, yes, you can just make the Fae elves, but, like, there's so much more weirdness that you can do. Like, one thing I will always give D&D is that it, has always kind of, like, leaned into the wackiness of the Fae. Alright, we unlocked a bit of progress. We did our first mission. Cool. So we got some experience, we did our mission. Next, special loot acquired, none. Return to the hub. So this is kind of what we can expect from, like, our standard mission. We go a place, deal with an objective, hunt for more info. Alright, I'm on board. Enemy unknown. You know what? I'm going to jump to a harder quest. Let's do the Dread Citadel. The Dread Meridian. Sounds like a cool name. Also, I am going to take that idea for a scepter name, by the way. Septpire. Septpire. With an apostrophe, of course. Because it's fantasy. We can't use a dash when an apostrophe will do. And I guess I'll throw in another... I'll bring it up to 3,000. Sure, why not? I don't really have any options at the moment, but it's cool. Kind of annoyed Genshin claimed to go into Fey territory and they didn't do it. Like, if you're gonna go claim Snezhnaya is the land of the Fae, you don't get to tiptoe around the word Fae is a word of freak, so either embrace that or don't even utter the name of the Fae. I mean, yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong, the Fae can be just like, you know, ethereally beautiful people with wings or whatever, but you gotta embrace their, like, orange and blue morality, or the strangeness of their, like, culture, or the weird, like, eat of the Fae and show become of the Fae.
Find your exit path. The quest will
Okay, so we need to fire and overload the shield towers to make the Citadel vulnerable, and then attack the Citadel. Oh, this is a dragon combat mission. Nice.
Advertise brought the
All
god
right.
machines to Azarkeen. But
This time we have the element of surprise. All
We'll need to
right.
find the shield towers and overload them before we
So we're gonna take a Citadel like we did in the
They should
tutorial
be marked on
mission.
your map.
I love how all these people are just like walking around like it's no big deal. Hello, any news? The fort has been under siege for a while, but they mostly leave us alone around here, but they prevent any ships from docking. It's terrible for business. Some people think the New Dawn are saviors, but just look at them. When have you ever seen a walking skeleton and thought, oh yeah, they're here to help? Don't really know when they'll start, but I hope the balance prevails. So very generic. Oh, that NPC is just like moonwalking. I will give them credit for the bunny wheeling me. Yeah, the bunny on sword stilts was pretty cool, actually. That was one of the more interesting designs of, like, just an enemy I've ever seen. Because, like, you know, sword stilts, just, like, that's just such a cool idea. I'm sorry, it is. Credit to Genshin for what, like, give them credit when credit is due. Because if you applaud them for the weirdness, hopefully eventually they will just, like, embrace the weirdness, you know? Alright, so how do we get out of here? Let's see. You know, it's weird. I'm almost getting like a Power World-ish vibe. I think it's like the Unreal assets, you know, being noticeable to me. That and that Power World also had like a weird desert town that kind of had a similar vibe to this place. At least in the beta. I still need to check like Power World 1.0. I really, really want to get back to it, but I've just had so much on my plate. It feels like I have, like, no downtime. Like, for reference, I'm getting a tattoo, on Saturday, which is gonna be fun. It is going to be dragons, yes. It's my first tattoo I'm ever getting. It's gonna be dragons. I waited until I was sure I wanted one. And I definitely do. Oh, we got... Okay, so we've got Anubis, copy-pasted 1,000 times. That's fair. Jackal guards, yeah, I'm cool with this. Let's go. Oh. Alright, they're starting to attack me in, like, groups again. Let's go at it. For encouraging melee attacks by making them knock down as opposed to magic, then we'll fireball blast these guys as a group. Whoa. Back up. Firebolt, cantrip. All right. Yes! Stunlock the bitch. Aha! You're getting tattoo, my. Yeah. It's gonna be little baby dragons of Nicol Bolas and Urga. It's gonna be nice. I like art, what can I say? What annoys me even further is they're clearly capable of handling the Fae. They have freaking Melanusis, for Pete's sake, and Fontaine. Those aren't even classified as Fae. Right. You're annoyed because they clearly can do weirder designs and more interesting and varied stuff, and they can clearly even lean into the particular Fae archetype. You're just annoyed they, like, decided to go with anthropomorphized animals, which is, like, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some Fae, right, that are just, like, bunnies and talking bunnies and stuff. Like, I mean, looking at Allison, if you wanted a good example of, like, a varied designs you can give Fae, I would probably say Disney's Alice in Wonderland, like the anime Disney Alice in Wonderland. Anything from that movie probably works as a Fae. Like, anything. Anything in Alice in Wonderland from, like, the animated original probably works as a Fae. The Cheshire Cat, that could be a Fae. No problem. You know, the rabbit with the timepiece, weird, wacky, love it. The weird Mad Hatter guy, the queen with the giant head, the card people. We got Pukas and Selkies. And that's it. We just got Pukas and Selkies, and that's it. One of the really cool things about Changeling the Dream is, although they do Kith archetypes, they actively tell you, hey, by the way, there are, like, a lot more Kith that aren't just these, and you can totally just make up your own. And I think that's really cool. Changeling the Dreaming has a lot of really cool stuff. If you ever want to, like, look up really good Fae stuff, they have a very wide variety of what Fae can be. They even have a Swan Fae. So this was, I was actually reading through Changeling Dreaming. In the same book where I found the Tailcraft stuff in Changeling 20, they also have like a Swan Kick. Specifically like a Swan Kick, like the Swan Princess or whatever. But I wonder what word Genshin uses for Fae in the original Chinese. That is true, because it is a Chinese game. Although it does draw from a lot of fantasy tropes from what I've seen as well. And said the Emperor's animals, pointed-eared fairies and dwarves were not the only thing they had for it. Yeah, you know. I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, you're okay with the designs, you just would like more varied stuff. I get it. Yeah, I am curious though, because uh-oh. So we've got an Unreal crash already. Oh no. Oh no. So everybody, the game just crashed. Sorry about that. But yeah. Oh no. Will it let me restart? Will I have to restart that whole mission? Oh no, it's unstable. Oh dear. Like, I can deal with the jank, but if it's constantly crashing, that might be a deal breaker. That might be a deal breaker. Let's hope this is a one-off. Let's hope this is a one-off. But second mission crash does not inspire confidence, not gonna lie. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I've got to restart the whole mission. Oh, I don't like that. So there's no resume, even in offline mode. That might be a deal breaker if this game keeps crashing. Which is a real crying shame, because they have some very nice dragon combat. And I will be upset if this is like, just the game is too unstable. That will break my little heart. It'll break my dragon little heart. Remember how Avowed crashed me like 5 times over the course of your whole playthrough? Yeah, but with Avowed, I could just reload from the latest quick save, right? Or the latest autosave. With this game, it looks like every time it crashes, I'll have to restart whatever mission I am in. Completely from scratch. Which if a mission can take like 30 minutes to an hour, could really be a deal breaker, because they get like 40 minutes into a mission and the game crashes, that's just 40 minutes down the drain, which is a lot harder to justify. Also, it's snowing now? Weird. I thought this was like a desert town, because it's clearly the same place. A single-player game where you can reload from saves is a little different than a game that's going to be like, oh, no, sorry, you don't get a save during the mission, right? And you don't get to resume your place in it. Like, I'm going to have to go find those Anubis guys and fight them again. No, wait, this looks like different. Okay, so it's somewhat procedurally generated. Either that or they have, like, various parts of the map they spawn you in. We'll have to see. It is a little weird. I feel like... Is this not snow? It feels like this is snow in the desert, which is a little strange. Like, these are freaking palm trees. And it's snowing. The hell? Okay. Weird. Enemies? Ah, enemies. Here we are. Oh, these are level 13? I mean, I'm still doing decent damage to them. Wonder if I'll get a lot of XP for this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Climate change, the world is ending. Climate change, the world is ending. Oh, man. Basically. To be fair, the world is apparently ending. So, like, you know. Who knows what's going on with this fantasy weather. Also, I will say I very much liked how much active everybody's been in the Discord channel. It has been very entertaining to watch the streams of consciousness that flow out of my viewers. It's been very fun. I've enjoyed reading all the unhinged stuff you guys post. Particularly you, Nerdo and Arthur. You two have been having fun. I like it. Alright, weird immense. These guys look like Dagoth Ur. Is somebody else getting Dagoth Ur vibes from these guys? I would like to unlock some more abilities, so I'm not just spamming this. Ooh, whoa! Snuck up on me there, didn't you, bud? Whoa. No. Hey, how about no? How about you don't do that to me? Oh, it's a new dawn. New dawn, guys. I just randomly pop in Discord now and then you're gonna dump anything I found interesting at the current moment? Yeah. But no, I have liked that. I have liked having you guys around. Honestly, I've been getting a bit more active, right, you know, on it. Just posting, like, random stuff I'm working on, too. So that's been fun. I do check in. I'm regularly checking in on, like, everything that's going on there. So when you guys go have those long things. Nerdo and Arthur have really been getting a lot of two-part peas in the pots. By the way, we now have 2 Berserk fans. I'm sorry. There are 2 of them now. Now I'll have more people asking me to read Berserk. Which I probably should have done anyway, but, like... It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a vibe. Oh, nope, sorry, it's a villager. Good thing I can't... Okay, you guys are just gonna sit around... You're just gonna sit around... What are you sweeping? What are you sweeping? It's snowing! Why are you sweeping the snow with a broom? What is this poor man doing? Glad you embraced me and our chaotic nature. What do you mean there's 2 of them now? How are you not? Alright, let's find like a few more enemies we can go full dragon mode. Oh man, that superhero landing is gonna get old. I can already feel it, but man, does it feel good in the moment. Okay. We can go swimming. Nice. The swimming animation is pretty smooth, though. The transition between it, particularly. Nope, these are event. See, I can't tell because they're just like kind of like silhouetted in this lighting. Mostly check in when I need a break from work. Yeah. It's a nice little palette. Oh, wow, that water is, You know, this water looks very crystal clear, but then you go beneath and it's like murky as hell. What is this water effect? Look, crystal clear water, poison water. Crystal clear water, poison water. Clear, poison, clear, poison, clear, poison. Like, you can see the lake bed. This is like crystal clear water. And then you put your head under it, it's like toxic sludge. The hell? That water is evil. I should not be in that. Oh. Alright. A little more soul. We're almost there, everybody. We've almost got dragon powers! I don't know what these numbers are supposed to be, because I don't think they're levels. Because, like, they don't seem to... Whoa! That's a big boy. Whoa. Back up. Alright, Dragon Soul Rekindle. Let's go. Ha, who's small now, baby? Get wrecked. Whoa. Oh boy. Never mind, he can fire even my dragon guy. Okay. This guy is taking like shots from a dragon like it's nothing. Jeez. Die already, ass? Oh my. Alright, fully charged shot. Okay, we've almost got him. There we go, and dead. Haha. Our dragon can swim too, which is nice. I like that. Just have some algae, you'll be fine. Yes, old weather. More Genshin are trying to portray the Fatui as forces of good. Question comes, how on earth did the Cryo Archon look at Dotore and think he would make a good colleague. I don't know the lore of Genshin, so I'm not sure what that statement is supposed to mean. I don't know a lot. I don't play Genshin. I do not know the lore. What are the who is Dotore and who are the Fatui?
Use your amulet on the console at the base of the tower.
Alright. Got it. Use our amulet. Activate the old world technology using magic. Very might and magic of us, right?
Return to the tower. Your amulet must stay within range to sustain the overload.
Okay. So I have to stay within range of the tower. Right? No, wait. Dragon, get back!
Return to the tower. Your amulet must stay within range to sustain the overload.
Okay. Return to the tower. We're staying here. Got it. Seriously, though, you claim to like Japanese literature animation, you won't escape Berserk. Oh, frick. Look, it's on my list. I just, like, I've watched the Golden Age arc, right? And I watched, like, a lot of the CGI one.
Return to the tower. Your amulet must stay within range to sustain the overload.
Alright. Oh, joy, they're just gonna swarm me with enemies. Fun. Oh boy, there are a lot of these guys. They are just swarming. To be fair, I am blowing up their shield generators, right? So, fair. Ah, yeah, now we go. Power of a Magi, baby! More Bionicle are trying to portray Makuta as the force of good. The question comes, how on earth does the Toamata look at Pterodax and think he would make a good colleague? Well, the thing is, Makuta was good, actually, for a long time. The thing was, the problem with Makuta is, first off, Makuta didn't start out the way we see him. There's actually some very interesting lore. Makuta were originally biological beings, or biomechanical beings like the rest of the Bionicles. By the time we get to, like, the lore as we know it, right, they're these, like, energy beings made of this, like, mist-like energy substance called antidermis, which can, like, possess people and shit. And they are actually not, like, physical anymore. Like, they aren't, like, biological beings. They can be killed and still survive by, like, holding themselves together. But that wasn't how he was originally. He was originally a good person, or he was dutiful, I guess would be the proper way to say it. Is Makuta looked at the Great Spirit Matanui as his trusted brother. He was the highest ranking, right, of his servants. He was the Great Spirit's foremost guard. Look at me control TDL like an effing puppet. Assembly of thinking of points, I think, or joke. Look, you brought up Bionicle and I have to respond. I'm very aware of the Bionicle phenomena, even own some. Bionicle's awesome. No, the thing with Makuta is he thought he was the Great Spirit's special little boy. Makuta Pterodax in particular, right? Because there were plenty of Makuta that didn't agree with him, by the way. Like, there was a mass slaughter when he was trotting his betrayal thing. So it's mostly Pterodax and the people who followed him for power and other reasons. But the whole thing with Pterodax is he was this dutiful guardian. And he was like the head honcho, you know? Even the Toa, the Matoran's guard, the heroes of the realm, they answered to him. When the Toa had an issue they couldn't deal with, they went to the Brotherhood of Makuta, the people who seeded life into the world, created the Rahi. You know, they were basically the demigods, right? Matanui was the big god. Makuta was his agent. And then there was an uprising. The 6 empires occurred. These were 6 massive empires, or was it 7 legions or something like that?
Use your amulet
yeah, I think it was the 6 legions or whatever. And these were the Baraki. These were warlords that had conquered massive territories of the known world. Most of it, in fact. And they had arrayed their armies in opposition to the Great Spirit. They had decided that they were the true gods and they would rule. And Makuta was called upon to put them down. He led an army of Toa, Matoran, and other Makuta, all under his legion. He was the head honcho. He got them and he defeated them. He brought the empire to its knees, and he was Matanui's favored one. And then, a mysterious guy who said he was from the Order of Matanui showed up, called Brutaka, and he was like, these guys are going to the secret deep state prison in the ocean of mutagenic slime, and Makuta was like, wait, who are you? It's like, I'm with the Order. You're not hired. You don't have high enough classification. You don't have high enough clearance to know about us. Sorry. And he's like, no, you're gonna sit here and answer the question. And Brutaka was like, bye, and just teleported away with the Baraki, with no explanation. And then Makuta suddenly realized, wait, Matanui has a Streaker Strike Force, and they don't answer to me? I'm not special? I'm just another cog in the machine? He thought he was like head cog, right? He thought he was like the pinnacle of Matanui's work, right? Like his species had evolved to the point where they didn't even need bodies anymore. Of course they were the pinnacle of his creation. Like it is any sort of challenge with Bionicles in conversation. Put them on a list of Dotore's crimes in Discord after I compile them. Okay, cool. I'll look over that. And that's when Makuta suddenly realized, oh, I can't stand this. Because again, his whole life, right, he had been top dog. He was the leader of the Brotherhood too. He owned the Mask of Shadows, which was their prized artifact, the counterpart to the Mask of Light, the ultimate weapon of the Toa. A Toa of Light might one day wield, right? If the situation ever came down to it to be needed that much. He was on the level of the Toa's mythical savior warrior, and he could not handle being told he was not important. He did not like that. That's what Makuta wasn't evil, but he was arrogant. And he was perfectly willing to be Matanui's right hand. But the moment he realized he wasn't like the only right hand, and there were other people that didn't answer him, he got really insecure about it. It's actually really funny. That is actually his reasoning, too. He just was like, unacceptable. Unacceptable. And his entire thing is just a massive ego trip. Like, Makuta is, the thing with Makuta is, he's also, like, got the power and knowledge to back it up. He's a master planner who orchestrated a set of scenario that played out over the course of, like, 1,000 years. No, thousands of years. Because he had started plotting this, like, years and years ago. He laid out the exact plan. He prepared for so many contingencies, to the point where the Toa could win, and after his plan got to a certain point, it didn't matter. It didn't matter that the Toa Metru got the Matoran away and he couldn't brainwash them. Because he still put Matanui into eternal slumber. It didn't matter that he was defeated by Takanuva, because he just rematerialized in his antidermis form, which the Toa had long forgotten about, because the Makuta had always been somewhat isolationist. It didn't matter that the Mask of Life was being sought by multiple parties, because eventually one of them were going to do it, and they would have to save the universe. Now, there is a really funny alternate universe, where Matoro didn't save Matanui, and he gets really, really angry about that, because he's like, my entire plan hinged on you Toa being competent. Bionicles and its comedy, though I think one of those properties with a rough start that a novice must be convinced is the better parts. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it starts out pretty good. I think it has a solid start. It does have its, like, kind of rough patches, and there's a lot. Honestly, I can't even say there's like a super rough patch. Now, I will say there are parts that are higher than others. Like,
return to the tower. Your amulet must stay within range to sustain the overload.
now, I will say there are parts that are better than others. Like, I think the best book is probably Adventures 10. Time Trap is legitimately well written. It's not just like a decent Bionicle book, because Bionicle always like kind of was, you know, they're scholastic books for kids. Like, they're not supposed to be like high art or anything. Ooh.
Your amulet must stay
Yes.
within range to
Sorry.
sustain the overload.
I keep hitting R. Alright, killing the enforcers. Got him. But Time Trap is, like, genuinely well written. It has one of the best scenes in the entire series with Vakama and Makuta. Who Vakama is actually a very interesting protagonist. I like him. I like him as a protagonist. I don't know. I remember vaguely how Figure started. Damn, this isn't bringing me Pokemon vibes in that regard. Oh, yeah. See, this is the thing. I read, like, the books. I was really into the books as a kid. I had the Encyclopedia and the Atlas. And the second release of the Encyclopedia that came out later with more info about the new stuff that happened after the other one was released. Like, I was into it, if that makes sense.
Find the Citadel and blast your way in.
Alright. We can go to the Citadel now. Let's go! Yes! Onward we go! You know, the floating orb of madness really is grabbing my attention, though. I gotta say. Like, what is this thing? Oh, I can just fly through it? Okay, weird. Oh, the winds are buffeting me. But yeah, no. The Bionicle universe is fun. The original books are about the Toa Mata turned Toa Nuva. They're like the... I guess you could call them the main team, right? They appear later on. They're the big heroes. They're the destined ones that are supposed to save Matanui. You know, it's their destiny and all that. When it's really just like emergency contingency protocols, because it turns out it's all sci-fi. Like even more than it seems at first. Oh shoot. Okay, how do I dodge? Stop lasering me. Whoa. Shoot. Oh my god, this is chaotic. Heal. Get down. Deal with these things. Secondary stronghold taken out. Alright. Got him. We're getting the new Dawn Riders. Hey, ass. Get wrecked. Whoa. Oh boy. Whoa. Get there, get there. Fun fact, Whisper the Wolf in IDW Sonic has listed inspiration from one of the Bionicle characters. Don't remember which one. Meta Maka or something like that. You're not gonna narrow it down. The Bionicle names have like a very like kind of similar vibe to them, not gonna lie. Okay, let's see. Where's the entrance point for this area? Oh, there's a new Dawn Rider. Got another one. Okay, I think we got it. There's the place. We got the landing. Let's go inside. Open the door. Okay, let's destroy the door, I guess. We gotta destroy the door. There we go.
Use your amulet to overload those consoles.
It was like something explicitly sounds like in Mecha. I mean, Makuta, there was, Takua, there was Jala, there was, let's see, Gali, Lua, Onua, Pohatu. Those are like the classic Toa names. Kopaka. Honestly, the Bionicle 4-minute perspective is just like well animated and well narrated. I do recommend. If you want to catch up on Bionicle lore, the basics of it will give you from the 4-minute retrospective they released before the Unite Kit. It won't give you the whole lore because it kind of cuts off right before like a big moment in the universe, right before Makuta's plan really reaches its zenith. But it is kind of a good watch. It gives you a good overview, I find, of all the events. Now, one of the interesting things is that, like, Matoro is just the GOAT. He has a really solid character arc. 9 hours. I have started watching that, actually. he's just watching a bunch of different lore videos. Some of which are hard for me to watch because a lot of the information they're going over is like super basic to me, you know? Like a lot of it's like stuff I've known for like my whole life. Like I read the encyclopedia as a kid for fun. It's hard to surprise me about Bionicle lore. There are bits I'm not as familiar with as others, but like you know, partially, you know, time and other parts, just like there's a lot of like secondary lore. Narrows it down. Their list of inspiration: Metal Gear Solid, Sniper Wolf, Anka, is Major and Quiet from there. I mean, there are Sonic Toa, who can like manipulate sound waves and shit. Oh, Nuju turned entirely silent. Nuju turned entirely silent. He took a vow of silence and only communicated through like whistles and clicks. And Motoro was his like translator. Honestly, I really just like that Bionicle tends to subvert things a bit. One of the really cool things is that the creators of Matanui were kind of fucked up. And some of the things they made were dangerous even to them, and they just left them in this little mini micro-universe. But I think it might have been Makuta. Makuta is the main enemy. Now, the Makuta is technically the name of a species in the Bionicle universe, but most people know it for Makuta Pterodax, who is like the Makuta of Metra Nui. They were essentially like the guardian. They were essentially like the. You could think of them as like regional governors of the universe in Bionicle, who turned into like a kill God regime. They wanted to kill God. Makuta wanted to kill God, sort of. It's complicated. Makuta's plan is way, way too complicated. It also was not above showing other factions as being evil, which I kind of liked. Like, Makuta being evil is a thing, right? But there is a whole thing where Takanuva goes to help the Toa Nuva in Ignica. And he's leaving Metra Nui, and he has to go use this mask of dimensional travel to teleport, but it's damaged. And so it ends up like sending him through countless other possible universes. And one of them is a universe where this traitor Toa from years ago actually managed to defeat the Toa who defeated her. And she basically turned the Toa, who are these like selfless heroes, into a fascist army under her rule. And it's not even like alt-universe stuff. This was history from our world. She was a Toa who found a powerful amplification artifact and believed that the Toa should rule the Matoran. And she was defeated in the original lore by two of her teammates, one of whom did his own traitor thing eventually, but not, you know, when she was doing it. Oh boy. Oh, frick. I can't turn in here. Oh boy. Oh no, no, no. Yep, got him, got him, got him. Oh shoot, I'm about to die, I'm about to die. Oh shit. I got revives, I got revives. Bakuda then? Brutaka with power and personality that would fit more Makuta or other similes. There was Brutaka. He was a guy with like a weird dual sword. He was the guy with that dimensional mask I was talking about just now. He did a whole traitor thing too. Betrayal and people like turning on others for power is like it's a recurring plot point in the series, not gonna lie. There are several examples of it across the series. Alright, we gotta go kill that Guardian. Let's go. Brutaka. I'm trying to think of another, like, B1. Thinking. Oop. Here we go. Oh, there's the Borak. The Borak are these, like, basically they're these, like, there's these, like, fully mechanical beings. So Bionicles are, like, biomechanical. They have fleshy bits, but they're kind of like cyborgs, right? The Borak are these, like, fully mechanical, like, drones almost. and they have these like organic mass called Krana in them that act as the brain. And they're essentially designed to like scour the island of Matanui whole. Alright. Come on, get the Citadel Guardian. Oof. Ow. I don't think we're figuring this easy. I was watching Land Before Time, continuing to cringe out. Fireball! Fireball! I feel like I'm firing cantrips. Ah! Yeah, so you can't really animation cancel. That kind of sucks. Be careful. Oh boy. Got him. Okay. Oh, we should get out of here. We should get out of here. We need to get move, 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 move. Oh wow, that destruction is like not. That is not much time to get out of there. Move. Oh boy. Okay, that was kind of epic. I don't think we'll figure out these. I was watching Land Time before tending to cringed out when Bionicle was going on. Bionicle was like my childhood. I was like 5 when the books for Adventure were already out, I think. Like, I was barely able to read by the time the second series was coming out, you know? It was actually a bit before my time. Like, I was not even able to read or write or in school when the first series of Bionicle stuff started coming out in like 2001, you know? So I jumped into it very late. It was just, I think my parent, from what I remember, I had this collection book of all 4 of the original Chronicle books when I was really young. And that was kind of my introduction to the series, right? Weirdly enough, Bionicle actually has 2 main authors. Most of Bionicle's lore was written by Greg Farshtey. He's like the author who wrote most of the books. But the original series was written by a different author whose name escapes me at the moment. And yet they wrote the original 4 books. But Greg Farshtey wrote like the vast majority of the rest. Also, ironically, Bionicle is an unfinished work. Yeah, they never finished it. And I'm very upset. So Matanui whole thing did pan out, although we never got the books for what happened on Baramanga. It's all just web stories you have to go find now. And they're kind of a pain to track down everything, especially all the side content, which is weirdly kind of good. Honestly, some of the side Ultra Universe stuff is like so good. There's an entire one where Matoro hesitated when he was charging in to like sacrifice his life for the Great Spirit, and as a result, the universe dies. And there's this mass evacuation, and Matoro is now like this outcast because he fucked up. He failed. And the universe died, and Makuta is so salty. Makuta is so salty because his plans failed due to no part of his own. It's like, I trusted the Toa to do their fucking job, and they couldn't even do that. It's hilarious, but yeah. Oh, so Roger Rabbit, pretty much. Yeah, I'd actually like to rewatch it. Good Lord, Polish stuff has been ruined in my core memory so much. Yeah, the original movie is also like, I remember watching on Toonami when I was like really, really young. Man, that was a long time ago. Toonami was so long ago. Toonami was like not a thing by the time I got to a certain age. I think by the time I was like in like middle or high school, it basically was just like Adult Swim. Ooh, we've unlocked a grappling hook. That's nice. You know, I will say, this game is definitely not a game I would play a ton of. But I could see myself coming in here and playing this game regularly. You know, hopping in, doing stuff, just like chilling. Hopping in with some grappling hooks and dragons and having a good time. Time when it comes to dub. Oh, Land Before Time. That's also childhood. I think I had some VHSs. Been here since the start of the stream, watching you play my game. Who knows? Maybe you had some fun. At least now I know everything I'm thinking about Bionicle. Oh, cool. You made this is your game? Oh my gosh, we actually have the creator of the game on here. Hey, glad you're enjoying the stream. I've had a lot of fun with this. It's a very interesting game. You really nailed Dragonflight combat. Like, I'm gonna say that, be honest. You nailed it. Great job. Oh my god, I've had the creator of the game. Devin chat. Wait, what? I don't understand. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Oh, hell yeah. Can we ask for behind the curtain stuff? Thank you. I hopefully it makes up for the janky experience. Oh, dude, it's fine. I love jank. But, like, this is, like, the core gameplay is very solid. And I think, like, having an extraction shooter where you're just, like, a dragon rider is the coolest shit. It's like, I have not played dragon extraction shooters. This made me want to play them. It's specifically just for the fun game movement. And honestly, if the game keeps, like, giving me new options, giving me new abilities, I think this is going to be, like, really fun going for time. The fact that you can run your own dedicated server is also pretty cool. You want the Stalker skin? I give it to streamers when they play the game live. Sure, sounds like fun. How do you do that? Sounds cool. Why not? I'll take a skin. I will take a free skin, absolutely. You can see in the prepare menu right now if you like. See if you like it. Okay, sure, I'll hop into the prepare menu. Let's see. Do. Oh my gosh, this is so surreal. You have to understand, I have, like, very rarely communicated with other people who have, like, made the games while I'm playing. Thank you for showing up. Okay, so the Stalker skin. Let's see. Is it... Let's see here. Where do we go for skins? Prepare for your right, dragon. Where are the skins located? They just, 'cause I think these are, like, full different, like, loadouts, right? Click on my click on my dragons. Okay. Class... Striker, Juggernaut. Oh, Juggernaut, Stalker. I do like a good magma skin. I actually do. I love a magma skin. Oh, that's cool. It's like a little rotating pad. Nice. I mean, yeah, it looks awesome. Looks so cool. Yeah, if you're willing to give it to me, I will happily take a free skin that looks this awesome. The fire skin definitely suits this guy. Definitely. Give me a second, I'll lock it for you. Okay, cool. Well, everybody, this is a first. Thank you, Exodus Interactive, for showing up and checking it out. I've been having fun with your game. I'm happy to see you've launched well, so, you know. Only had one crash so far. It's been pretty stable aside from that, so I'm eager to see what happens later on. This is so surreal for me. Oh. But yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have kind of like multiple different I'm guessing these are just like different skins, but like, yeah. Got our weaponry, a blast bag though. What's a blast bag? Blocked it. Should show up the next time you log in. Send me the crash log in the Discord link and I'll fix it. Oh shit! I think I did. I don't think I exited out without saving the crash log. My apologies. I'm sorry about that, man. I should have saved it. This is a new game too. I should have saved the crash log and sent it in. That's my bad. If it comes up again, I'll definitely post it on your Discord for you. If I run into it again. It was for the Find the Banner. I think it was for the Citadel quest. So I think if I do that one at the point again, I'll let you know if it pops up. Thank you for the skin though, and I'm glad you stuck around and watched. Glad your game, you know, came out well. Honestly, I've been having a lot of fun with this. Your first project? Have you like worked on anything else before now, or is this like your first thing? Let's see. Sanctum, Old Wounds, Shard of the Phoenix. What else do we got? Let's try the Captive. XCOM, Bioshock, Civ. Wait, you've worked on XCOM, Bioshock, and Civ? Damn. Okay. So you've worked with some big teams before, I'm guessing. Nice. No, I've been really enjoying this, though. It's a lot of fun. Still more stable than Dino Blade on those settings. Yeah, Dino Blade was very jank. Dino Blade was like, oh, wow. Dino Blade's a lot of fun, but also, yeah. I actually, believe it or not, I was playing it. I was actually going through some of like the boss fights from some of my save files in Dino Blade, like playing through it a bit again. And I had like 3 crashes in a row the other day. It was on Linux, I think, specifically, that it's like way more unstable. I don't know if it's like just Proton or whatever, but Dino Blade specifically is like way less stable on Linux from what I remember. Maybe I just got unlucky, but yeah. Well, don't feel the need to be nice, man. You'll rip me a new one before I showed up. Oh, no. I don't get me wrong. There are definitely problems with your game. But I actually legitimately do like what's here. I think it can be a bit spammy with the basic ability. But I do genuinely love your dragon combat. And I like the mix of action RPG and dragons. Because I am a big dragon guy. I do like flight combat games when even though I rarely play them. And I love Dark Souls style stuff, so this is actually hitting a lot of my buttons for me. Plus, I play just way jankier. Yours at least like seems to properly function. I was actually playing through Blood and Dragons. Recommend the Night class. It's the one we spend the most time on. Okay, so once I unlock class switching, I'm definitely going to have to go do that. I have to unlock an Ultra, I think it said. I might need to go into the building mode at some point and like try out the different one. I'll definitely take that under advisement though. I'm probably going to be playing it for at least another week. Seeing how. Once you build a garrison, you can play any class. Okay. Cool. Oh. We got... Well, the boar just ran off the ledge. Hello, little boar. I'm not sure what that was about. Unlock some equipment and other abilities, too. Okay, so I'll be able to unlock, like, more stuff to do once I've, like, unlocked the garrison. I probably should have checked that out before I went into another mission. The God Rod is freaking insane. Ooh, something called a God Rod. I'm gonna have to see it. I'm excited. I will say, some of your enemy AI can be a bit janky, though. That is probably the big one. Weirdly enough, though, I do think, oddly enough... Oh, you have enough ability points to unlock all of them by now. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go... Let me go, Unstuck. Wait, what are you... Oh, there's a... If you no-clip or get stuck in an area, there's a button to respawn there. Okay. Made it smaller. Part of the people complained it was too smart. Yeah. Although I will say your aerial combat AI is just right. I think that's just right. I'm gonna quit out and go back in, and I'm gonna try and see if I can unlock the garrison. Yeah. Let's see if we can unlock the garrison now. So let's go to our construction. We have enough for a few things. We do not have enough wood for a garrison yet. Okay, so we still need to get more wood. We need more wood, but I think we should be good on most... Oh, yeah, we need more wood and we need more stone. We got to get a depot, though, to store it. Gotcha. Supply depot. Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to place them in, like, areas where they, like, kind of make sense on the path, right? So let's put this, like, right over there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Nice. And this is going to expand our ability to store stuff, right? Yep, increases our current supply amount level to 30,000, and that means we should actually be able to like get all the stuff we need. Buy additional pylons. Sorry, StarCraft nerd. No, I get it. I'm a Warcraft 3 nerd. I played Undead a lot, so for me it's build more We need more ziggurats. We require more ziggurats. Actually, one of my favorite things, I played a lot of like casual LAN party games when I was younger. There was a place I could go to do that for Warcraft 3. And I remembered being able to essentially, let's see here, abilities. Okay, yeah, here it is. I can unlock new abilities. So we have plenty of ability points for Meteor. Let's reduce my energy usage by 5, reduce cooldown, increase effectiveness. There we go. Thank you for your assistance. Cool. And can we unlock? No, we are one level away from being able to unlock a second ability. Okay. The God Ray. Okay. The God Ray does... I do like myself a giant Kamehameha beam. I really do. Gotta say that. Castle unlocks that. Shock Blast as well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put the God Ray as my base ability. Alright, we got some level ups now. Cool. By the way, you got thanks from all the Dragon enjoyers making cool dragon game, including me. Honestly, yeah. I will say this, the main reason I played this game is partially that there just are not many dragon games out there. There are so few games that you play as like a dragon rider or a dragon flying around blasting stuff. I've played a few. Like there was this dragon during World War II, show them all the dragon mates. Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a dragon game called Through Blood and Dragons that was like a demo almost. It was kind of like a preview. It was an on-rail shooter, a lot like Star Wars 64, and it was a preview game or sort of like a demo for the book series. You know, sort of like a sneak peek, like a tie-in. But
We've received reports that the Scale are expanding their borders.
but
Look for their warnings.
oh yeah, I
and take
gotta
them
love
out.
that beam. Yep, I do
Scouts
love
are
myself a
working on
giant
your
beam
map.
laser.
Be careful though. Warns are usually commanded by a powerful Scale commander.
But yeah, there was also another dragon game that I'm forgetting the name of, where you played as a dragon during World War II because a bunch of Ally and Axis power troops came to your island and started blowing shit up and woke you up, and you're just like burning down everything, and you perform like massive tragedies. You're literally like a natural disaster. Kamehameha die. Indeed, indeed. I also finally got a grappling hook, and I do love myself a good grappling hook. Let's see how it works out. Let me try it out. Let's see here. Can I get? Okay. Whoa. Come on. Come on. Out. Okay, there we go. Whoa, that thing can send you flying. Dang. I'm stealing all this? But no, like, you are doing the good work of actually giving us dragon games. I cannot tell you how nice that is. Q blocks. Oh, Q is block. Okay. See, I was just going in blind. I'm probably playing this very suboptimally. Okay. Thank you for your assistance. Press and hold tab. Oh, it gives us a nice quick reference of like details and info. Nice little item. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, I did have dodge undergo. RS transform, dragon camera, zoom wheel. Yep. Know all that. Sprint boost. Use items is G. I knew that from the wheel. Not only gimmick game, but also inspire creativity. We argued a lot here about cool concepts that come from this. Yeah. Like, honestly, I really just enjoy the... Because, you know what this actually... Oh my god, this is what it reminds me of. This reminds me of Scalebound. Like, I'm not sure if you ever saw Scalebound as, like, a demo. There was a demo for this dragon game where this guy got isekai'd into another world with, like, headphones and everything. He's got, like, a sword. And he was doing that whole... Yes, I saw it. Okay, so that might have been inspiration here. Good to know. I have craved something like that ever since I saw it. And I was so upset when it got canceled. I sent Platinum a key for this game. Awesome! Thank you very much. I'm pissed off Scalebound got canceled. Like I said. Dude, this is like amazing. Thank you for showing up. It's really cool having a dev actually show up and tell you about their game. Is there anything you would like to say about this game? Like any particular vibe you were going for? Any like really good inspiration? Platinum Games was the dev for Scalebound. Oh, you sent Platinum. Oh, so you were like really inspired by them. So you were all over Platinum Game. Honestly, if you're gonna geek out about anyone, Platinum and Obsidian are probably like two of the best people to start geeking out over. For me, it's From Software. They're like my devs. They're the devs I like really enjoy the most. Oof. Kamehameha! Oh wow, this thing just melts. Jeez, that melts everything. Is there a part of the game that like you were really happy when you got out? Like, you know, like your favorite part of it? I know you said you like did like the warrior, right? So you're like very much into like the Dragon Rider Knight fantasy, I imagine. You know, your classic Aragon or Dragon Rider's a Pern character. Get some distance with the grappling hook and go in for more long-range shots. Oh, that grappling hook works so well for getting more distance for magic. Posted Dottores crimes. Honest, for me, it's a story. So much bigger than I had a budget to make. Well, I think you did a pretty good job, all things considered. Honestly, the scene in the opening shot with the big castle and like the floating sci-fi warships was very nice. I liked it. It was a solid opening to the game. It also sets up like your castle that you're eventually going to be building up, right? Because you're going to be restoring the Dragonhold. So it gives the player a good vibe for like what they're going to be building, too. Blah. Whoa. Oh boy. That's a big boy. You know what? We're gonna flame royal you all. By the way, I'm gonna say my favorite part of the game is probably turning into dragon form and just like melting entire groups of enemies like this. Oh frick. Oh boy. I appreciate that you noticed that. Yeah. It's a nice setup for what you could expect later on. It gives you a vibe to do it. A lot of base building games can benefit from that, I find. Because they let the players see like an in-game base, and it gives you an idea of what you should kind of be planning around. A lot of games that have like progression base building stuff won't really give you a vibe what you're supposed to be like going towards. Power World kind of does this with like the faction bases. You can kind of see like how they're built, but it's not quite the same. Oof. Oh boy. Okay. Got it. Hopping up on my dragon. Flame broil. Get broiled. There is one enemy in the Raiders mission. You're gonna wish you had 10 more dragons to fight. Oh dear gods. Oh joy, we have a raid boss. I'm assuming that one's for like the multiplayer, right? When you're having like co-op fun. Oh no. I'm gonna have to try the Raiders mission then just to see. Probably not tonight. Streams usually only go for about 2 hours, so we're probably nearing the end. You're not scaring anyone here. It's all gaming masochists. You can do it yourself. Well, shit. Now that you've said that, I'm probably gonna be throwing myself. You know what? That's a next week problem. That's Ramble from that's Ramble's Thursday problem. I'm Ramble Thursday this week. That's next Thursday's problem. That's future me's issue, right? That's future me's issue. You have to understand, I'm a Souls player, so basically you just said it's possible, so now I'm gonna have to try and do it. Lock some more of the castle passes. Grapple is the first of 9. Okay, so we've got a lot more to look forward to. That's good to see here. I also like the enemies aren't just helpless to the dragon. Like, the dragon is definitely powerful, but enemies are not entirely helpless before. They can attack you. So you're encouraged to kind of mix things up, and there's benefits to being on the ground, where they can't just, like, fire at you constantly. Oh, wow, that beam weapon just really just melts them. Jeez. Really wish I unlocked that earlier. That would have made some of the earlier parts way easier. Alright, we got a warrant to clear. TDL from the future. To act on urge. If it bleeds, it can die. I might take a bit to clear all these warrens. Oh no. I might have chosen a long mission right before I'm about to leave. I might just leave the game. Oh. Yep, got it. There's an underground city and a huge fort in this map. Oh, really? So it's not just like the stuff for the mission. You can do like all this other stuff around the map. That's nice. Whoa. Okay. I can jump while I'm firing the Kamikawa. That's fun. That's nice. Also, the fact that the melee attack can just stun lock enemies. You really do get the power fantasy vibe of being able to take down a single enemy, right? Like, it's nothing. But the hordes of enemies can still do you in, which is where their strength lies, right? It's in their number. It's not necessarily the individual power. Oof. Okay. Wow, they just keep coming, don't they? Jeez. Okay, we need to go in there. Yeah, go fly around. The mission will take you 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we need to get in there. We can't just keep finding the ones outside. It will never end. Alright. Let's get in this Warren. We gotta go kill the Skell General. Let's go. It's pretty dark in here. Jeez, can't see anything. Oh, these guys are like outlines, silhouettes in the distance. Okay, melting them down with basic attacks. Got you, got you. What are the numbers? Are those supposed to be levels? Because I don't really notice a big difference in damage between things with high numbers and low numbers. So are they supposed to be like level numbers or what? You need to forge a lantern for this mission anyway, otherwise it's pitch black in there. Well, yeah, I had a bad feeling about that, so I'm gonna be in trouble. Oh well, I guess it sucks. I guess it sucks that we didn't come here prepared. It increases their health and damage output. Okay, so it's like a relative scale, I'm imagining, for like, this enemy has like a scale of this, with this number, blah, blah, blah. It's as low as no much. Okay, cool. Because I was noticing some of them in the previous mission had like double-digit numbers, but I didn't seem to be doing significantly different damage to the single-digit numbers. I'm assuming that's because that was just a weaker enemy variety. Alright. Oh, more Skrell. Or Skell. I keep saying Skrell. They're Skell. Skell. Which are basically just werewolves. Or Worgen, I guess, maybe. Or Warg. If you're going full D&D route. It's not a massive difference. It goes from like 1 to 1.85. Okay. Makes sense. I do prefer that over the games that get like really grindy. It's what like turned me off like later Assassin's Creeds. It's just like the leveling system. It's like, hey, a knife to the back should kill. Period. Oh, come on. Get back here. There we go. Alright. And we're going to stun lock you. Okay. Got to pick up those healing pickups. The Skell will keep getting larger and smarter as they age. You'll run into a Skell Lord later in the mission and see what they can become. Alright, alright. Now, where is that general? I know he's got to be around here somewhere. Some more other grunts. More grunts, more grunts. One of their little pets. Okay. Some more there. We found some chests. Gotta pick up more resources. Gather more resources so we can build our garrison eventually. Okay. I'm guessing I probably should be going to the fort. My god, this place is a bit of a maze. I'm kind of going in circles, but eventually I'll find more enemies, and that helps guide me, I guess. Okay, so we got to this big room. I hadn't been here before because that was where I found a new chest. And we can follow more enemies to, I'm guessing, over here. To the Skell. Oh, there's an item. Make sure to pick up that. Go. Ah, stuck. There we are. Okay, so heading deeper in. Do we have the general anywhere near here? We have another chest, so we're definitely making progress. And this looks like a big area. Oh. Back off. More range combat. It's on sale now for like $11. Yeah, I noticed that. I was actually very excited when I saw it was on sale. It was really cool because it only just came out. I wasn't expecting it to be on sale still. I do regular searches on Steam for like dragon games, right? Ah, there he is, the general. Oh my, hanky bastard, isn't he? Oh wow, he's mobile. Dangerous. And dead. Got him. Let's go. Oh, wow. I don't have a lot of time to... I will say, when these things collapse... Man, you really need the ninja... Honestly, I don't. We got it. I will say this. They're not joking around about those timers for this place blowing up. Like, I remember when I beat that, like, big flagship, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna blow up in, like, a few seconds now. Bye. Watch it blow. Oh, there it goes. Explosion. Okay. Next one. Let's go. Another Warren to go. Ah, man, that feels so good to fly. Okay, we're just gonna blow past the enemies and go straight into their little Warren. There's no sense in fighting their infinite regenerating numbers. Doop. There we are. Like when you beat Mount Moon without, like just like when I beat Mount Moon without Flash. Wait, you beat Mount Moon without Flash? I've never heard this. I don't think I've heard this story before. How do you beat Mount Moon without Flash? That's not even like difficulty. That's just like bang your head against a wall frustration. And that's from a Dark Souls player. If you have Mana Shot, you can pop in, turn into a dragon, and boost all the way across the map. Oh, shit. Power Toys keeps turning on for some reason. Not Power Toys. Like, the Windows, like, some Windows, like, window. I will say this. Alt is a very annoying thing to be trying to do when you're in the middle of the game. Because Windows does not like it. Okay. Dealt with him. Dealt with you. If you have Mana Shot, you can pop it. Wait, not Mount Moon. I mean Rock Tunnel. Mount Moon doesn't need Flash. I'm sorry. I actually didn't remember that either. I mean, whatever the really, really dark place is in the first Pokemon game. Honestly, in any of the games. All the Pokemon games have that one area that's like completely black and you need Flash. At least the older ones did, right? And every one of those areas can go screw themselves if you don't have Flash. Because, dear gods, no. This is actually not that bad. Maybe I'm just, like, used to operating in really dark areas. To be fair, I also had to fight through the Tomb of the Giants without the helmet the first time around. Because I didn't like want to kill Solaire. So I didn't get like and I missed killing the thing the first time around, so I didn't get the weird helmet. And I didn't have really a good light spell because I hadn't bought the light spell from Dusk when I did it. So I did the Tomb of the Giants in like full Darko Vision. Wow, the beam really does just wreck everything. Jeez, the beam is great. Like, yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, I imagine. By the way, if you like the game, please consider leaving a positive Steam review. I think we got a bit unfairly with bad reviews, people less than 30 minutes in the game. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely saw the mixed reviews, but I tend to like give things a try. Yeah, I think I am gonna probably leave a positive review. I think I've had fun. There are problems with it, right? But, like, if you're looking for just, like, a fun dragon game, this is definitely up there when it comes to dragon combat. I could see this being a lot of fun as co-op, too. I might want to try it out with some co-op people. Unfortunately, my friend group is currently in the midst of a TTRPG vibe at the moment. Maybe we'll have some time between Wildsea. This might be a good thing to check out. But no, I'll probably review. I might even review the game. I might even make we're making a bug multiplayer update soon. Okay, cool. So if we do it sometime in the future, we might get a little bit less a little more bug free. That's nice, no? All right, where are the more Warrens? So some Warrens are like on the other side of the map, I think. So we're gonna need to go pretty far. So let's just go back in. Whoosh. Healing up a little bit. But yeah, I might actually do a full review of this game. I do make video reviews of things on occasion. The controller requires you to forward ports. We're updating that, so it should just run and work without you having to screw your router. Like I can do that, but I understand the difficulty, right, of having to forward ports. Look, look, I know you're not a regular around here, but I am the kind of person who runs his own home server. Like, I have my own Plex server, and I run Foundry VTT. I'm pretty down with forwarding ports. I understand that you don't want to do it for everything, but with game servers, especially if the port number is, like, not that, like, common, it's usually fine. I've had to do that with a few things. I actually had to do that with a PlayStation game once or twice. I forget which one it was, but there was an online PlayStation game that wasn't running correctly until I forwarded my ports for my PlayStation. That was on our previous router, though, so I don't think I've done it. If I run into the issue again, I'll probably have to do it again. But yeah, no, I do a lot of home server stuff, so I understand. I've also run server stuff just like for my friend group. So I run like a Foundry VTT server for our Cypher System Magnus Archives TTRPG sessions. So it's like this big virtual tabletop thing that all of us can use. You know, I run a bunch of different things. I think running home server stuff is really cool, and it, until recently, right, until hard drive costs got really high, it was a very cost-effective way of doing it. All right. Another Scout General. Oh. There we are. Get a little bit of health. And get the hell out. By the way, your focus is your in-match, in-run power boost level. Yeah, I got that. I got that part. But you get really strong as it increases in each run. Yeah, I got that the focus was kind of like your level up in you know, in this run, essentially, right? Alright. Using Dragon Form to heal, though, is also nice. That the Dragon Form comes with, like, inbuilt heal ability. Very cool. Because I need that healing. I've been burning a lot of health in each one of these. Alright. We got 2 more. I'm going to try and see if I can finish this run. Cool. You seem pretty smart. I dabble in a lot of stuff. I just go and do a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say I'm the smartest person out there. I have, most certainly not, actually. But I'm willing to learn. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people can do a lot more than they expect if they just, like, are willing to learn. Or willing to, like, check stuff. Don't be fooled with the misfire. I just enjoy learning about stuff, and home servers just seemed cool. I liked the idea of having my own media server, and that eventually spiraled into a bunch of other stuff, because I'm like, if I have the server already, I might as well learn how to do other things. And before you know it, I'm running like a dozen other stuff. I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades, master of none, because I like learning a bunch of things, but I can never commit to one long enough to become, like, full mastery of it. You know, I'm always a little shaky in my experience. I like to dabble in things, though. It's fun. It's fun. I find it fun to just learn about stuff. Which is weird, because I hated learning. I hated my classes, going to class in school and stuff like that, but, man, if I don't, like, basically teach myself these days. Got a thing when master, but everything all at once takes time. I could use some of that. I'm a 3D artist primarily. Yeah, see, the thing is, I've dabbled, right? I got a so my model here is like a pre-made model. But I've edited a bit, right? I created the eye ridges that you see, or those are my custom. I made the model for those, and I kind of added them on to a pre-made model that I got off a you know, online shop. So it's a pretty cheap one. And I'm working on eventually making my own, right? My own full model. God damn it! What do I'm walking. Oh. Uh-oh. Got caught. And I am gonna eventually make my own 3D model, but it takes time. However, I've made a few little hats and things, but I wouldn't consider myself a major 3D artist, right? I haven't made my home model from scratch yet. I haven't done a ton of things. I've made a few basics things, like hats and stuff, because I dabble, right? I learn the basics of things as they suit my abilities. You know, I know how to edit a video enough to make a video on YouTube, but I don't know a ton of advanced editing techniques to really make videos pop really well. But I know the basics, right? I know the basics of that. I know the basics of decent audio recording. I know the basics of how to draw stuff, how to make thumbnails. And mixing all those together is kind of what, like, the channel has really been fun for. Everyone is winging it. Yeah, I get it. It's just, like, I also, like, spend a lot of time looking at art online, and I always get, like, damn it, I want to get better. There's so much more. And I've come such a long way. Honestly, I love how my thumbnail for this game turned out. I really liked your logo, so I made my thumbnail based on it. Or based on your banner, I guess. Your title card. Whatever we're calling it these days, since it's not really box art anymore. You know, because we have... Box art implies there's a box for the game. Oh, I'm really burning through these areas now that I'm going. And we've already... Oh, wow. I'm just, like, key art. Yeah. Okay, we gotta get out of here. We are burning through these warrens now. Just one more to go and then we're done. So we're probably going to finish up about 9:45 tonight. Blast them all, blast them all. Blow up already, please. Thank you. Alright, last one to go. Key art, yeah. Okay. Flush. Alrighty, let's go. Man, that Kamikawa, you were right about the God Beam. God Beam is king in this game. I kind of wish I had played more extraction games so I can compare it to things like, you know, extraction shooters like Ark. But I just don't really play extraction games that much, so this is kind of like a new one for me. Oh yeah, that's right. I was still the one doing the art last time, because of course you won't remember the name. Of course you won't remember the name. Wait, remember the name for what? Kamehame die? Code Assembly also does help out with art though occasionally. He's made several different things for the channel, including the Lysfanga thumbnail, which is definitely one of the best thumbnails I've ever had on the channel. So he's been a big help. He also made our Popper Magic the Gathering stream thumbnail. Really nice. That was kind of a collaboration one though, because I did the dragon, he did the Ulamog Crusher. He's really good with Critis tools, honestly. Knows all the property tool stuff that I do not. He also helped me with the title, like the text for this one. So he showed me how to do this like embolding text thing. Name for the resources Steam needs you to upload when you publish a game. Oh. Yes, you did that for Court Sort, which was our VR game we did, which was all about throwing and tossing objects in VR. It was basically this game where you had like a conveyor belt, and it would spawn objects, and you need to throw them to earn points. Sort of like basketball, but you were throwing them in like weird places. We even made like a weird Mardi Gras level eventually. Alright. By the way, the weather changes every time you come into the map until you build the temple and control the Hands of Fate. Oh, so that's why it was snowing in the desert. I was wondering about that earlier. Yes. I know Steam has a few different types of art you can upload, because there's the banner artwork, which appears at the top of the Steam games list, right? There's like the box art one. Boom. Snows in the desert, I would know. I have been to them. Yeah, no, I know. I know it can, but it was just weird that it went from, like, daytime and, like, arid desert to freezing snow out of nowhere. You don't really think of deserts as being snowy places. Alright, we just gotta get to the song gate. Heal me. Heal! Oh, that heals slow. And we're at focus 9 now. Super weird. Yeah. That was when it crashed, actually, too. Man, you keep getting the air gate exit. Wait, there are others? There are other exits aside from the air gate? Oh, right, I have to activate it. I thought I did activate it. Okay, there we go. And effect allows you to change them, but it's randomized. Oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense, keeps a bit of chaos in the game. Hello, little annoyances. Oh wow, there are a lot of these things. They're like floating little pufferfish monsters. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Song gate is open. Let's go. Whoosh. Random exits exist. Weather, bounty bosses. Okay, so there's a lot of weird stuff to find still. I do like maps that have good secret hunting. That is always a fun thing to have. So we got some more resources. We acquired an anchor stone, whatever that is going to be for. And we'll have some new stuff to play with next time. So I will probably see you guys next time then. I think this is a good stopping point. We've seen some of the basics of the map. And we got to see Exodus Interactive. Thank you again for showing up. It's been amazing. It's the first time it's for Castle Powers. Okay. This is like the first time an actual dev has shown up, I think, in our chats. So it's been really cool. But this is about when I end my stream for the night, so I think I will turn it in now. I might do a bit of this on over the week if I have some time. Maybe start doing some grinding. I'm not sure if I'll have time, but we'll definitely see you guys next Thursday. Thanks for having me. Enjoying watching you play. I've enjoyed having you. It's really cool having someone to actually talk about the game and you know, explain some stuff. So yeah, if you want to hear this again, I will probably be doing this again next Thursday. So. Thank you for coming. It's seriously, it means a lot. You have no idea how much this means. I will see you all next time. Bye.